Good evening, everyone. Uh, Welcome to Kotak Securities webinar on margin trading. Today, we are talking about margin trading product. My name is Shourya Gupta. I am a Senior Manager in Equity Division, and I'll be taking you through this webinar. Before we dive into the presentation, I would want you all to ask yourself a question. Have you ever faced an issue or difficulty when you wanted to when you found an opportunity in the market and you wanted to place a trade in any share that you wanted to buy, but due to a temporary shortage of funds or because you did not want to invest all of your funds, you had to either let go of that opportunity or you have to limit your buying. So this is a question that we are going to answer today with margin trading. So let's get started with the presentation. Okay, so I'll just quickly take you through the roadmap of today's presentation. We'll start with a brief introduction on what margin trading is. Then we'll go to the features of margin trading. Then I'll explain you with a short example. Later on, we'll get to the part on how to place an MTF order. Then we'll go to pledging process, pricing and charges, and finally, we'll see how the margin trading can be activated in your account, followed by the Q&A round. So let's start. Okay, so like I said, if you are facing any issues in terms of shortage of funds, you don't you have a temporary shortage of funds, but you see an opportunity in the market and you want to invest, margin trading is the solution. Margin trading is like a loan that your broker provides you for buying more and more shares with the amount that you have. So basically, you will only be paying a fraction of the amount, and Kotak Securities will fund the rest of it. And since it's a loan, there is a daily interest attached to it. So with an example that you can see here, you are paying just a fraction of the amount, while the surplus or the bulk of that amount is funded by Kotak Securities. And these are the four what I can call as the major aspects of margin trading. First of all, there is no time limit as to how long you can hold a margin trading position at Kotak Securities. Secondly, you can buy up to 4 times the margin that you are paying. I will get to this later on. Thirdly, the investment is seamless because it's absolutely online. There is no hassle when it comes to placing an order, and the interest charges are nominal. So let's get to the features. So margin trading, as since it is a loan, obviously not all the stocks will be eligible to invest in margin trading, but Kotak Securities has over 700 stocks that are eligible for margin trading, and you can choose whichever stock. And in fact, you can go to the website even in the non-logged in section. You can visit the products page, and there under margin trading, you can check what all stocks are available and what are the multiples in which you can trade in these stocks. Kotak Securities, margin trading is only available in NSE, that is National Stock Exchange. And as I mentioned earlier, there is no time limitation to taking a margin trading position. All you have to do is to ensure that sufficient margins are maintained in your account at all times. Interest is since, as I mentioned earlier, it's a loan, so interest is applicable on your funded amount from T plus second day till the closure of the position. Now, since September 2020, SEBI has passed a mandate where you have to pledge the shares that you have purchased under margin trading in order to continue holding them beyond T plus 2 days. So this is a mandatory thing which all the investors who are trading in margin trading have to undergo in order to continue holding the positions. And last but not the least, if you do not want to utilize any amount or any funds at your end, you can also utilize your shares that are available in your demat, pledge those shares and create margins to trade in margin trading also. So I think we can go to the next part where I can explain you with the help of an example. So as you can see, Mr. Mark here has 15,000 which he wants to use to buy ABC Limited shares. Now the ABC Limited is trading at 1,000 rupees, and Mr. Mark wants to buy these shares. Now he has two ways of doing it, or I could say that there are two approaches in which Mr. Mark can buy these shares. One is an ordinary approach or the usual approach where Mr. Mark will pay full 15,000 and will only buy 15 shares from this amount. The stocks will come to his demat account. There is no leverage or there is no enhancement of buying power in this situation. The second situation is that of margin trading, where Mr. Mark basically pays only 25% of the total amount, which means instead of 1,000 rupees, he is only paying 250 per stock, and he's buying 60 shares from that same amount. The remaining 75% is funded by Kotak Securities at a nominal interest rate. Now, he can enjoy margin trading benefits using this funding as long as he maintains sufficient margins at all times. So, okay, so before I start, we have this little thing about the MTF video, about the MTF trade. So first, if you want to place an order, it's a simple 3-step process, just like any other order that you place. So you just have to search for the stock that you want to buy, either from the stock list or watch list or directly. And then you have to enter the order quantity, price, order type, market limit, and so on and so forth. And then you can go to the review page and place the order. So for this, I also have a small video which you all can see, and meanwhile, I'll also be explaining this while the video runs. So this video is that of the KST app, where we have showed how the order can be placed. As you can see, Tata Motors, we selected and clicked on buy. Quantity we selected. Product type is selected as margin trading. Here you can check how much margin will be paid by you. Then you have to select the order type as limit or market. You can continue with the if you are selecting market as your order, then you can continue. Otherwise, you can place a limit order. And then finally you buy. And now at the in the open positions page, you can see your. Sorry, I'll just take it back to this part. So the order was successful. Now in the today's position, you can see that Tata Motors is already visible. So from there, you can figure out that what all orders you have placed under margin trading. So this was about placing the order. Next, we'll go to the pledging process. So like I mentioned, pledging is a very crucial element in case of margin trading, because unless you ensure that you have pledged your shares, you will not be able to continue holding your shares under margin trading. So I'll just quickly take you through the 3-step process which is there for pledging. So on the T day, when you have created the position, that will be your T day. So on the T+1 day, that is the very next day, you will be receiving a link from NSDL on your registered mobile number and email. So you have to also ensure that your correct mobile number and email is registered with NSDL. So the link that you will receive, you have to click on that link. Then you have to enter your PAN details. Once you open the page, you can see the stocks that you have purchased on T-Day under margin trading, and you can choose or select. If let's say you have taken 5 positions, and out of 5 you only want 2 or 3 of them to be pledged, the rest you don't want to continue holding, so you can simply ignore the 2 and you can continue with the 3 that you want to continue holding. And you select those stocks, and then you click on submit. Post you click on submit, you will receive an OTP on your registered mobile number and email ID. Then you basically have to authenticate using that OTP. Once you submit the OTP, your part of the job is already done. Then after T+2 days, on T+2 day actually, your margin trading shares will be pledged, and you will be able to see that they are pledged on your website as well. So this is the process. Similar process is also to be followed if you want to use your shares, or pledge your shares to create margins to trade. So you just have to go to your portfolio section, or you can go to the create pledge for margin section, and from there you can select the stocks that you want to pledge, and the same process will again come to you, where you'll have to click on the link and provide all the details and confirm using the OTP. So this way you can have a cashless experience of trading in margin trading. Okay, now about pricing and charges. So in margin trading, there is a daily interest that is charged to the customers on the outstanding or the funded amount, and this interest varies with the brokerage plan that you have chosen. If you want to reduce your interest rates to as low as 8.74%, you can contact your RM, or you can connect with our customer care. They will guide you to how to get these interest rates for your account, and then you can enjoy the benefits of lower interest rates and margin trading. Now, with brokerage, I'm very sure you all know that brokerage is as per the plan that you have chosen, and with the brokerage is applicable as per the delivery brokerage if you are continuing with your position beyond T+2 days. Now, pledge charges. So just like other charges, pledge charges are also there. So for pledging, per ISIN, you have to pay 20 rupees. Per ISIN means if there are if you are pledging 3 different stocks in one go, you will have to pay 60 rupees for that pledge. So ISIN means per stock you have to pay 20 rupees. Similarly, for invocation also you have to pay 20 rupees. So this is about pricing and charges. Now, margin trading is a product where you first have to activate margin trading in your account by accepting terms and conditions to trade in this product. So if you are a new trader or a new investor who has not yet started margin trading, you probably will have to first accept the TNC so that the margin trading is activated in your account. So the steps for activating margin trading are given. For website, simply you just have to go to the old website, select from the top bar, you can see new products. There you will find margin trading as a product, and there you have to go and accept the TNC. Similarly, in Kotak Stock Trader app also, you go to the more section, click on the profile, and go to the activate products product section, and there you will find margin trading. You simply have to switch on the toggle button where it will take you to the TNC page, where you have to accept the TNC, and the margin trading will be activated in your account. Similarly, for KeyTroX again, you have to go to the web links, select product services, and there you will find margin trading disclaimer, and from there you can accept the TNC and continue with your margin trading trades. So I think we have covered the entire part of margin trading. In summary, I would just like to say that margin trading is a great way of buying stocks if you want to enhance your buying capacity without utilizing all of your funds. Or basically, it's shortage of funds is no longer a deterrent for you to trade or buy stocks. So margin trading acts as a great opportunity if you want to buy shares, if you see an opportunity in the market and you want to make the most of this opportunity, then margin trading can be very helpful to you. So this is all with the presentation. Now I will quickly like to get to the Q&A round. So I would request you all to start putting down your questions so that we can get to the Q&A round quickly. Okay, so I'll just start. I've got some questions. So Mr. Sashidharan has asked a question: is MTF useful for buying shares for longer duration other than intraday trading? So, sir, MTF is not for intraday trading. MTF is only for carry forward trades. So definitely you can buy shares for longer duration as long as sufficient margin is maintained in your account. It's not for intraday trades. Okay, so Mr. Vinod has asked, what are the prerequisites to be eligible for MTF? How long MTF facility remains with trader or investor if the same is not utilized for a long time? So there is no prerequisite per se. You just have to have an account with us. You have to accept the terms and conditions in order to initiate trades and margin trading. Without the acceptance of the TNC, you will not be able to place any trades. Once the TNC is accepted, it will remain in your, not going to get deactivated if you are not using it. So I hope I have answered your question. Mr. Bole has asked what is maximum days we can hold position, and if we buy using pledge shares margin as initial margins, then what will be the calculation? So like I mentioned, there is no time limitation to holding a position in margin trading. And you can utilize your pledged shares as margin to pay initial margins to trade. Obviously, the calculation is the same. Whatever multiple you have to pay in terms of cash, same multiple you will will be utilized from your shares margin as well. So I think that has answered your question. So, Mr. Anand has asked, what should be the exit plan on held positions considering interest charges? So there is no exit plan. It is you have to be prudent enough to know to understand that till when you want to keep your positions open, because since margin trading is a leverage based product, it's like a loan, and interest is charged on a daily basis. So you have to make a judgment call as to how long you want to continue. If you see any opportunity which can be fulfilled using margin trading, you can keep it open for that period as long as you want to. But there is no recommendation from our end as to how long you can hold your position. No, margin trading is not available in commodity segment. It's only in equity segment. Uh, it's not available in derivative segment. Margin trading is only in equity segment. Mr. Bhavin has asked how many times can we get again cash in portfolio. I'm sure the question means that how many times or the buying capacity is how many times. So against cash, if you are buying X with margin trading, you can buy up to 4X. And of course, it changes from stock to stock. Not every stock will offer a 4 multiple. Some will be at 3, some will be at 2, and some will be also at 1. So you have to choose the stock in such a way that which has 4 multiples, so that you can increase it up to 4 times. Okay, so for all those who are, since I have got many questions as to, the beginners who have just started trading, I would suggest that you all can start. And this is as I'm talking from my personal experience, because a few years ago I was also a newcomer to the stock market. I started with the more known stocks, the stocks which are under Nifty 100 stocks. I started with those stocks, and I would place simple and small trades and see if like where it is going, just to understand, just to get an idea of how the investments are done. And then gradually, once you get a grip of all the products or the order types that you want to trade in, then you can initiate with bigger amounts. So even if you are a newcomer to margin trading, I would suggest that you can start with as simple as two stocks or five stocks, 5 shares of a stock, I mean. And then you can just observe that how is your position performing, and what is the profit or what is the loss that you are facing, what is the interest charged. And then once you are comfortable with the product, then you can go on to take okay. So there's one question: pledge securities will be considered as invoking of pledge at the time of selling, and invoking charges will be levied. Yes, if you are selling your shares, or if you are squaring off your position in margin trading, it will be considered as invoking of pledge, and invoking charges will be applicable on those on that trade. uh, Mr. Om Prakash Tiwari has asked, just the interest rate annual. If you will check our website, the interest rates are mentioned as per annum basis, but the interest is applicable on a daily basis, because there is no timeline as to how long you want to hold your position. So definitely, the interest is charged on a daily basis. Uh, Mr. Vishal has asked, can we do shorting in shares which are pledged? No, shorting is not allowed in margin trading. If you want to do short selling, then you can consider normal orders or NRML orders. In margin trading, there's no short selling allowed. So Mr. Rakesh has asked if the outstanding balance is only held for 1 month, still do we need to pay 8.74? So 8.74 is a per annum interest. The interest will be levied to you on a daily basis. So whatever the daily interest as per 8.74 is applicable, only that will be charged for as long as you are holding the position, not beyond that. Yes, margin trading, it is important to pledge your shares. If you do not pledge your shares, your position will get squared off after on the next day after T+2 days. So please ensure that if you are placing any trade in margin trading and you want to continue holding those shares in margin trading, then you have to essentially pledge those shares. Okay, so I think most of the questions I have tried to cover. Uh, I'm taking just one or two more questions. Is share bought? Sorry, can we trade in? No, we cannot. You cannot trade in derivatives using MTF. Can pledged shares be sold? Mr. Pascal has asked, can pledged shares be sold directly or any special actions to be taken? No, you can sell the shares directly from your account. No special actions have to be taken. Only the actions need to be taken in case of pledging the shares, not for selling them. Uh, so some of you have asked how to square off an MTF position. So, on the first day when you have taken the position, you will find it under today's positions. However, going forward and from the next day, you will find under open positions page. From there, you can select the stock that you wish to square off. You will find the square off option there. You simply have to select the quantity that you want to square off. It can be either full or in partial, and you can carry out with the squaring off of the share of the position. So for those who want to get 8.74% per annum as interest rate, please reach out to your RM or the customer care, and they will certainly guide you to how to activate this plan for your account. You can also check the details on our website. So I think I have tried to answer most of the questions from my end. For anything else, I would request you all to uh, contact our customer care team. They will definitely guide you through how to place an MTF order. We also have a video like the video I've showed, uh, which we can share, and you can see for yourself how the order is placed. And I hope that today's session made you more confident towards trading in margin segment, the margin trading product, and I hope that I could clarify your doubts. And that's all from my end. This is Shourya Gupta signing off.